Welcome to Climbing Clouds. It's good to be back. Thank you for anybody who is on the subscription side of the channel. The channel is now embarking on a new rhythm. So really happy to be here with you. And let's get right into a reading. I will be posting regular readings now, which will be a lot more in sync with the daily flow. And so I appreciate your patience. Whoa, cards are popping right now. They're coming out right now, and it's a time of victory. This is the Six of Wands, and you can see this bird is being celebrated. We just had Thanksgiving, so that's kind of funny timing for that. Most definitely celebrated lots of birds, and the High Priestess is coming through. So this is the mode that you might find yourself in right now if you are connecting with the creative collective. This is the mode that's calling you. I'm confirming it again because I drew it in this other deck as well. This is the High Priestess. There is a feeling of justice around situations that are, to me, what I'm seeing in my own life. I can only speak to that personally, and you are part of this collective experience on the channel. So from a personal perspective or vantage point, I would say that there's a lot of blessings and disguises going on right now. With the justice, this is ruled by Libra. And the stone for today is Amethyst. Putting that here to kind of bless our reading. And let's get into, I don't know what needs to unfold. It's I have just some cards that I started to start off, just kind of like start the ball rolling, and I drew the Two of Cups. Okay, so this is a time of, it could be a time of romance, it could be a time of union, and I also have here the Four of Cups, so I definitely see an emotional centering going on for you, where you are taking the time to ground yourself emotionally and to stand in the four directions, which the Four of Cups really embodies the feeling of being in the middle of a river and you're deciding which way to go. You know, do you go to the other side of the river? Do you step forward into the river and go with the flow of the river? Do you go against the current and backtrack? Either way, you could backtrack directly directly would be really backtracking, going against, where you're kind of really pushing against the flow. Backtracking to the side would be coming back and maybe retracing your steps. I'm just giving you some analogies to work with this card. This woman is seeing a cup in the clouds, and it's almost like, what is your vision right now? What are you aligning with? Two cards with that. This is definitely coming through. I drew this before the reading, threw it back in the deck. It's back out again. It's the Chariot. So you are on your path. Stay the course. Whatever that course is for you, you're feeling that out and you're really claiming your own pathway right now. You might be rerouted in some ways too, which if you're not going in alignment with your pathway, you will be almost serendipitously thrown into your pathway if you've gone off course, because the Chariot is here, and the Chariot only moves one direction. It moves forward and it evolves and grows, and it's an ascending vehicle. It's a vehicle that moves towards a visionary outcome. It's progressive is what I'm trying to say. Presenting as the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is here. The Queen of Wands is so dynamic. Let's draw more about the Queen of Wands. Well, there's been a really difficult ending for this Queen of Wands. And there is something playful and really emotionally embodied coming through that's new and fresh. And this is the Page of Cups. And so you might be getting a loving message, or a message that has to do with children and that energy flow of a childlike exuberance. You're going through an awakening right now if you're connecting with the Queen of Wands, as you might not be. You might know somebody that's going through an awakening, however this resonates for you. So I'm going to offer a multitude of perspectives with this reading. There's an awakening going on with the creative collective, and this awakening is what's fueling all of this. Really exciting. The awakening is an exciting time, expansive time. There's a lot of truth, or a feeling of understanding yourself in a more truthful way, an authenticity. This card wants to come out. I'm moving. There's also the beginning of a money flow. This is exciting because this came through twice as well. I drew this before starting the reading, threw it back in the deck, it's back again. And that's how I know. That's why I do multiple readings. This confirms that yes, there's the beginning in the coins, the pentacles with the security and financial flow. So this is at the precipice of something new. This is what is bringing a sense of justice to the creative collective and to their life. There's a sense of justice going on. If you're connecting with the creative collective, you will have your justice through this new beginning, through the awakening process. Let's do a little bit of clarification on the cards that are coming out more than once. Justice would be the first one that I was speaking of, which is ruled by Libra. So there's a sense of balance that's going on. Let's look into this. There's the Ace of Wands is coming through. So all of the beginnings are coming through. Definitely a new time of, the awakening speaks of having a new vision. So the Ace of Wands is all about the creative flow. And there might be new projects that you're starting. I know on a personal level, I can speak to that as well. I've had my own creative projects have been on hold for a bit, and now I'm starting some new ones to recenter all of the stagnation into a whole new direct flow, a whole new embodiment. So it's really exciting. It can be really exciting to have that new fire, so to speak. The Ace of Wands speaks to a new creative endeavor. You might be getting a message of truth as well coming your way. And you might be grounding yourself financially as well as emotionally. This is all the Queen of Pentacles. That is the awakening to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is very grounded, very secure, financially abundant. It's very similar to the Empress energy. And it's also very noble and giving and generous. So there's a sense of generosity within this creative time period, and within this awakening, you're sharing gifts that you just naturally feel are flowing through you. You want to naturally share them. This is not a forced generosity or anything where you feel pressured. This is part of your healing. The star is part of why you're here and what you're being called to do. We are called to open up our hearts and our minds and let our gifts flow through us to others, through others. And there's a sense of that reciprocity, so that you're giving, you're receiving and giving. It's all together, as like a figure eight. When you know that it's toxic if you're burned out and you feel used, or vice versa, like if you are pressuring and trying to use. Either way is toxic. That's not at all the flow that I'm talking about. This is the devil with the 10 of Wands. It's like if you have a toxic work goal that you run yourself into the ground for, and it serves something that's not even what you really want. That would be an example of that. So we have here the 10 of Cups, though, which is really beautiful. That's like the end of the rainbow pot of gold, right? It's your happiness. It's the true happiness. It's an emotional happiness and fulfillment. Again, the 4 of Cups is part of this process, and the Hanged Man is coming in, which is also, it's Virgo energy, but I also see it as a little bit of Piscean energy today. It's Hangman in reversed. So you're coming out of hermitage, and you're kind of flowing in a way that is, it's helping you to be resilient as you move forward. It's helping you to feel out your situation in an ebb and flow way, so that you can move forward on your Chariot, which is ruled by Cancer. Working with others is part of your new beginning. The Fool and the 3 of Wands. Creative enterprising is coming to mind. You've been through a big change. There's the Tower is part of the awakening. It would have been, something you might be reflecting on, and you might have also been dealing with strife from others and discontent, and there's chaos, that you're untapping from. You're taking your precious energy away from. You're not wanting to be part of that. This is the 10 of Pentacles. You're going to be very immersed in building and securing, and being secure is all part of that. You're secure within yourself, and then therefore that spreads through to your life. This is a judgment call, the Lovers and the World. Pretty exciting. Gemini, judgment call, judgment. It's like fated choices that have brought in a new chapter, have been bringing you to almost like a new destination within your own life. It's an esoteric destination. This destination does not have to be physical. It can be just within your own sense of equilibrium. I have here the 6 of Cups. It keeps showing up, and I think you're really making peace with your past, and your sense of nostalgic connection is really just one of reverie. It's nothing that's holding you back. It's nothing that is tying you to any place, person, thing. Like, you are free to move like a jellyfish. You're moving with the ebb and flow of everything changing within the ocean. You're moving almost at in your own velocity. Nothing to do with anything, any connections. Anything from your past is not holding you down or slowing you down anymore. There's nothing that can stop you from moving forward, is what I'm trying to say. The 6 of Wands. So if the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. 6s are harmonious and balancing, and they're like two magical 3s that come together to make a stable harmony. This is going to a higher vibration within your life. You're the star. You're healing. Connect with yourself as the star and keep healing. Always bright and always guiding you in the dark is the star energy. I also have here the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands. It's like there's a sense of that blazing fire within the stars is the same blazing fire that you've had to encounter in all of your challenges, and you're moving forward with a lot of grace. We also have the Four of Pentacles, which is a grounding energy too. I'm sensing it as a structural energy in this reading. And we have here the Eight of Pentacles. So you are and speaking of structure, speaking of structure, which is tongue-tying me, you're moving forward, I've had to overcome a terrible cold, so I'm just finally being able to clear and feel really good. So you're building your pentacles, and this is a big part of what your projects are about right now. And you're taking on more structure with it in a way that's really helpful. It might seem like you're moving slower because of that. You've got the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups. You're really taking care of yourself. The Seven of Pentacles. You're kind of guarding your own territory, so to speak. So you might feel kind of stagnant as you kind of refocus and restructure and reorganize, but all of that is going to gain momentum, and you're going to keep moving forward. The Two of Wands is showing that there might be others involved with your movement, and as you collaborate, you know, that furthers the momentum. Again, another page. This has to do with a young, vibrant beginning. It keeps coming back through the cards, but you're able to take care of yourself and you're able to sustain. This is the Nine of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card. I love this rendition of it. It has a lot of Empress feeling, a lot of feeling of like giving back to yourself, nurturing yourself, being able to take care of yourself, being able to connect with nature and to connect with messages around you. See how she's connecting with the dream world. The birds, they symbolize the dream world and the passage of communication from one world to the next, from one perspective to another. It's a magical connection to connect this way, because it's like, you know, flying into her life. It's not really sought after. It's like messages that come to you. You might get a lot of insights right now. And then you have the Prince of Hearts. This is the Knight of Cups in the mainstream deck. So somebody that wants to actually fight for you and to bring you a cup of love. It wants to cherish you. That's a good thing. That's you might have your boundaries up, but that's okay, because it's under judgment. All of this is under judgment, and it's like that's part of your justice. It's like divine timing with things. Meeting people at the right time in the right place. And this goes back to the world. Running into the new. Putting yourself out there in the world in a new way. I'm going to wrap up this reading. This is a quick daily draw. You're coming out of the cold. This is the Five of Pentacles reversed. This is reversed right now only because I think you're facing your shadow and healing, but you have a positive, you're learning to discern so that you can really embody your Ten of Cups. You're coming out of Tower, which can be really extreme changes. And then the Knight of Pentacles. So things are going to start speeding up for you because the Knight of Pentacles is reversed. And yeah, you've probably been in Hangman energy for a while. That's come through a few times. Again, the Ten of Cups, and it was reversed, so I want to look into this reversal. I see it as things are speeding up. You might feel like you're dealing with burdens that are unfair to you, but like I said, they're blessings in disguise. I want to look into that, and then I'll wrap up the reading. What is the block on the Ten of Cups? What is coming through as a shadow obstacle? Something that you're overcoming is, yeah, and then Temperance is here. So learning to alchemize all of this is part of the lesson to get you to your Ten of Cups. Learning to balance between worlds. What else is part of this? Learning to stand up for yourself among the haters. Learning to reroute your anxiety into positive projects. You're gestating. You might feel stuck right now because you might be clearing out old devil energy, old toxic environments. Like you're saying goodbye to all the toxicity though. Definitely sense that. And this Shaman of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And then this is shutting away the world. So you're like coming into the world and shutting away toxic influences all at the same time. It's kind of a ninja move. And you're coming into your Wheel of Fortune. I can definitely sense this in my own life. There's been some pretty crazy happenings over the last, I haven't even shared everything in my own life with people, but there's been a lot of major things going on. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles is coming through again, and this part of the blocked energy is you as the Knight of Wands taking action in a way that can be really deliberate. You might be dealing with a Knight of Wands as well, somebody fiery who's able to take command in a really fast moving, like really direct manner. You're learning to be more direct, and you're probably attracting people who are more direct. And you're coming out of Hangman. Let's see what else is going on. It's a new beginning for you in self-love and in love. That's bringing you from the Ace of Cups is the beginning of the cups, and then we have the Ten of Cups. So moving toward that. And here is the Page of Cups. Again, another page. Another remarkable, it's like, I feel like you're connecting with your inner child. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is probably somebody that you're attracting into your life, or you are embodying the Knight of Cups. Is taking action on your loving energy. You're actually not afraid to make that a priority. And here we have the Four of Cups. Oh, so it's moved. So the cups are progressing. This is really interesting because this was part of the blockage I was looking into. As you build your pentacles, as you build your projects, as you get immersed, as you roll up your sleeves and get into your projects, the new projects, not the old way, but the new way. You're coming out of Hermit. You're setting good boundaries with others. The Page of Wands is reversed. Okay, so coming out of a new energy, coming out of Swords, coming out of any conflict and any trepidation. Coming through this is the Three of Swords, so you might be willing to face what makes you uncomfortable. That's and then moving forward, the Two of Pentacles. Let me see what this is saying. Okay, so this is bringing up shadow aspects. The Knight of Swords, taking action on that. The Ten of Wands, or the 10 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is really interesting. It's almost like you're willing to face all of your dark memories, to release them so that you can have a new flow coming in for you. But there's a definite sense of releasing and of shadow work that you're culminating and getting rid of that. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're coming into Empress. You're learning how to overcome the heartbreaks. And by doing this, the way that you're doing this is through these energies here. And I'll show you and then I'll wrap this up. The Empress energy, which draws everything to you with abundance. This overcomes getting stuck in your head and expecting anything from outside of you. You're navigating your own flow to you. And then as Queen of Wands, you're taking authority on your life. And in the Empress and Queen of Wands energy, you're moving into a sense of building and taking care of yourself emotionally and in every level, because this is the Nine of Cups. And that's how I'm going to leave it. So it's a process. This is not something that is just happening overnight. This is a culmination energy that is taking place through shadow work and then a rebirthing process of an awakening. So the awakening is the whole focus right now. And you probably feel like, you've been through a lot, because you have. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the process. You wouldn't be here today going in the direction that you're going in had you not had to get yourself on your feet in a different way. In doing that, you've been able to maneuver basically a new voyage for yourself, because you did the work, because you were willing to fight for your happiness. If you don't do the work, you're not going to be able to move forward. And nobody can take that, nobody can spin that for you. That's like a culmination. It's like your own physics problem. Like you can't have anybody else solve that for you, is what I'm trying to say. It's your own juxtaposition. And so as you embrace your juxtaposition, that's how you move forward. Does that make sense? I hope it does. You're not always going to be stagnant. If you're watching this, you're alive. Okay? That's the whole point of this. You're not stuck in any capsule. And so just being where you are will get you to where you're going. Is what I'm trying to say. That might seem really pointless, but that's not where I'm going. I'm not trying to spin wheels. I'm just letting you know that this is you. Look how you're running, like a child that's just kind of finding a whole new center. Thank you for climbing clouds. I will be posting daily.